Alright, so I had this drum. It's from my very first drum set. It's the 12-inch tom from it. Years ago, I had the idea to turn this into a snare. You can barely see the line I drew, and it was really hard to get a straight line. So then I just used tape. But then now, I have this old tile saw that I put a regular woodworking blade in, and I can use that to cut it pretty precisely. So I'm not too worried about this. If I screw up, then whatever. So we're gonna give it the best shot and see what happens. From here to here is 1 3/8. One tension will be tightened that way, and the other one will be tightened that way. So all the lugs will be in a straight line. And then from this lug up to the bearing edge is 1 3/8 inch. And then some more figuring, and somehow I bent my tape measure, which is awesome. I only need to cut off 5 inches, or I need to cut off 5 inches of this. So we got a new problem. This cheap little drill press is cheap and too little. The drum won't fit under the chuck, so I can drill these holes by hand. Alright, so it's tomorrow, and as you can see, I got the holes drilled. I put all the lugs in just to see what it looked like. Still yet to route the bottom. The reason I didn't route the bottom yet was, remember where the tom mount was, I fill it in right there. Alright, so there's a point at the end of every project where it's like, alright, we're super close, I can't screw up. And when you do screw up, you like realize that you wasted so much time and all your efforts are for nothing. And that's kind of just what happened. This was just a little tear out of the ply split up, but I glued it back together and I'll sand that. So that's not a big deal, but I was putting the hardware back on and I realized I forgot to put on the snare strainer. I was like, oh, the snare strainer can definitely fit in between these two lugs, but I wanted to have it in the center in between the two lugs. You can't really do that because this lug is in the way, or any lug is in the way. But I figured I can just use this angle iron. So this will be like this, and there'll be another piece coming out the side. This will attach to the drum. Obviously I'll cut it. So this will attach to the drum, and then this will attach here, and it'll be raised over this lug, and it'll hopefully work. Alright, so I got this all welded together. I put some Bondo on it just to smooth the edges over some. Alright, so new update. When the butt plate, or whatever the hell you call it, is on, it is way beneath the surface of the rim, so it needs to come out some. So what I did was I cut some pieces off the drum, so it's the same, radius as the drum itself, and then they'll go on there. Oops, go like that, and then it'll be like that, and it'll stick up far enough. And I have one painted right now. I figured I'd just paint it because I'm like at the point where it's like, just get it done. This is really cheap paint for like $1, so that's why it looks like crap. But it's cheap, so it works for me.